Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Akron Zips, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Kentucky's offense has the football first here today. First, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times have become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. And Kirk, this, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today.
Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. I don't see that often from this excellent receiver. It's going to bring up second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Wildcats. Strong. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. So the Akron Zips offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made. When you need somebody to rally your team.
On the run, it's Hawkins. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. The Zips will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He'll hand it off. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. And the Zips come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Catch hauled in here over the middle. And the ball to the ground. The defense has picked up the football going the other way.
Well, the defense showing their team speed on that play, flying around that receiver. He made the catch, but he didn't do a good job of securing the football, and the ball comes out.
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Takes the handoff again. He shreds the tackle. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Hold. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Getting set. Here's second down. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
That short completion sets up a third down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Finds his man. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. And the punt team now on to kick it away. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. And he punts it out of bounds, so no return. The Akron offense back out on the field now. They moved it well last time. Got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. He's got his man in the open field. That is a big play. Finally brought down at the 44. The Zips will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Boy, the tight end here just gets lost in coverage. Quarterback does a good job of kind of working through his progressions. He sees that tight end. His eyes light up. Makes a great throw and a big game for this offense.
He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Tight end goes in motion. And now the handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain. So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Quick throw caught on the left side. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And the Zips looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Handoff here from the shotgun. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The Zips hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Zips.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone. zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And they tack on the extra point. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Kentucky.
The key to me in this is the quarterback gets the ball out of his hands early. Allows the receiver to run underneath that deep ball on that post route for a beautiful touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return begins inside the 10. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to throw it on first down. There's contact on the throw. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
With the catch, it's Smith. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Here's the second down play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's got it near the end zone. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Well, Kirk, Kentucky has the lead here. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. We expect the teams have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the second quarter. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. An important 3rd down and goal now. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he will score. Touchdown, Wildcats. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Tough running there. Gets it to the 25-yard line. And that's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the Akron offense back out there. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. Incompletion sets up a second down. The offense with some pre-snap motion. They'll hand it off. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. On the run here, lets it go. Quick throw, catch made. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
And the Zips hustle to the line to run the hurry up. A little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. They'll run it here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackle is finally made, but it's down at the 28-yard line. The Zips pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up first and goal now. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Akron.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
PAT up and good. We get a little bit closer. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown on their last possession. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking.
I mean, the defense knew coming into this game that this guy was going to be a handful. They got to change things up. This guy's already got over 100 yards in this game, and we're in the first half.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Here's the snap, looking to throw here. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. They bring the punter onto the field now. We're going to kick it away for the second time. And here's the fair catch by the return man. The Zips offense comes back out onto the field now. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the Zips will come to the line to crank up the tempo. They're going to run it. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Offside defense.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. Well, you know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. And we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Wideouts now clustered. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. The clock is still running. Off to hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. Can he get there on the ground? They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. The Zips come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's caught. Brought down very quickly. Not much to show for that completion. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Second down play coming up for this offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Will hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. And the Zips are going to cash in this red zone trip. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. The tight end has got it. Touchdown, Zips. This quarterback on fire today. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. comes the Kentucky offense back out there. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game. And we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football.
And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. Returner decides to field it. And the returner will be brought down. The Akron offense back out on the field now. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
The Zips hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Motion now from the tight end. Fourth down RPO. He throws it to the right. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Gutsy call to go for it, but it works. The quarterback and receiver are in sync, and you pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
And the Zips line up on 1st and 10 now. An inside give now from the shotgun. Second down after that previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Motion by the back will make the deep. Is coming. Took contact on the throw. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm.
Oh, that one's picked off. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Here comes the Akron offense back. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Try to catch the defense with the draw. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
I like how the offensive coordinator here is getting pretty creative. Defense is obviously expecting a pass, so he decides to catch him off guard and goes with the draw play. Going to have to be more aware of that going forward.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
So it's third and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37. The Zips looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but we stopped short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
On third down, he drops to throw. He lets it go on the move. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. No huddle here for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looking to throw it deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Second down, we're going to throw it. Makes a quick catch. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. This has been a tremendous fight through 3 quarters. And this playoff game deadlocked heading to the final period. Let's check out the game summary so far. Heading to the fourth quarter, who can step up and make a crucial play in this pursuit of a national championship? That completion sets up an important third down play. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down. This Kentucky offense is quickly moving down the field. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Physical run earns the first down. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Touchdown, Kentucky. They jump in front here in the fourth. Just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With the spot in the natty on the line, he needs you guy to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. The Zips offense comes back out onto the field now. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And there's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second down play coming up.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover. Work.
Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, Wildcats. Just ran away from the defense.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Point after, up and good. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He steps out at the 23. That's where the drive will start. The Akron offense back out on the field now. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Defense is coming after him. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. And he's got some open field ahead. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Akron offense back out there. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick-6 last time out here. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Looking to make a play deep downfield. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Now, the offensive coordinator told us before the game they consider any one-on-one deep shot an advantage, but they couldn't connect on that try. Give credit to that defensive back, man. He played that perfectly.
And now another deep ball here. Almost picked off yet again. It's going to set up third down. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Man, how impressive have these guys been in this football game? I really expected to see a very different outcome with the hype of this quarterback and the way he's played most of this year. But this defense has held him under 200 yards passing. They've got a nice lead, and they are not sitting back and resting on their laurels. They're applying more pressure, and they come up with a sack here.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Needs a completion here on fourth down. The pass rush closing in. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. And the Zips come to the line to run the hurry-up.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Back to throw again. Bringing pressure. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook?
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. And that's the 2-minute warning. And this offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. Moves the ball to 25. Good enough for a first down.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year. And it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Back's got it again. Breaking free at the 35. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the beatdown continues.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
They'll return it from inside the 5. Oh, what a decision by the returner. He takes it back in the end zone and is tackled for a safety. So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll boot it away from the 20. He'll call for the fair catch here. First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. And the single back takes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now the defense steps in to call time with 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Offense getting set. It's second down. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. The punt team making their way on the field. He's on to boot it away now. Other returner lost the ball. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. So their excellent season comes to an end. They stumble 1 step short getting into that national championship game. Always stings to lose a semifinal game.
Man, what a magical year. These guys have done everything that's been asked of them. They had a great season. They had a ton of momentum coming into tonight. I thought they had a great chance to win this game. They come up a little bit short, but still a great year.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.